NFC South matchup round 2 against Tampa Bay in Tampa, Florida. What's up, everybody? Jameris58 Gilliam here, coming at you with a logistics video. It's always a showdown, it's always an interesting game, but what makes it even more interesting that it's going to be Thursday night football. That's right. So here in this video, I'll explain the blueprint, the logistics of building this win and splitting the series against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'll explain it to you defensively, offensively, and coaching-wise. Coaching-wise. So let's get down to business. Defensively, I'm very confident in our defense. I believe we can get sacks. I believe we can get tackles for losses on Bucky Irvin. I believe we could pick off Baker Mayfield. We can force him to throw some interceptions. But speaking of Baker Mayfield, my biggest ick about dealing with Baker Mayfield and the other opposing quarterbacks thus far this season is closing the running lanes for the opposing quarterbacks. Last game, Baker Mayfield moved the chains, third and forever. Couldn't find an open receiver, and what does he do? He moved the chains with his legs. He's what? He's athletic enough to move the chains. So I'm suggesting if you want to get off the field, if you want to force some 3 and outs, if you don't somehow between first and second down force a turnover any way possible, can we please, on third and long situations, dial up some plays where we have QB spy assignments? Kaden Elliss is capable of doing that. Kaden Elliss is capable of keeping Baker Mayfield in that pocket, shutting down any possible running lanes that Baker Mayfield could move the chains with his legs. You keep dropping him deep into coverage, he's not going to get there on time and it'll be too late. The chains keeps moving. The defense is going to get tired out. And speaking of getting tired out, let's talk about the offense. Rather if it's Kirk Cousins, rather if it's Michael Penix Jr., rather if it doesn't matter. Desmond Ridder, Matt Ryan, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter who's at quarterback. You got to move the chains. If Baker Mayfield can move the chains with his legs alone on third and forever, third and short, third and medium, doesn't matter. Those chains got to be moved or the defense is going to get tired. Those quick 3 and outs is unacceptable. The Atlanta Falcons are ranked 31st in the league. That's second to the bottom in third down conversions, in third down efficiency. That's very stressful. Me, as a former defensive player, when I'm in a team where third down efficiency is just there, quick 3 and outs, you're the defensive squad that just got an interception, forced a turnover, and then you got to turn around and get right back after a quick 3 and out, is going to tire. That is very draining. It's very frustrating. If you cannot find a way, if you don't find a way to convert these third downs, how about you find your way into more oxygen tanks for your defensive players? That's all I got to say about that. We offensively convert them third downs. Coaching wise, let's just continue to preach about keeping your head in the game. It's an NFC South, a foe. You got to keep your state of mind. No penalties, no costly penalties, no boneheaded penalties. When you're in the second round, you're on the road, the referees will not hesitate to dig in their pockets and throw them yellow hankies your way. As long as we're disciplined, as long as we know how to move them chains, as long as we know how to get off the field and keep Baker Mayfield from running all over us himself, we could split the series. 58 out.